Hi there. So today, what we're going to talk about is a little bit of a news thing on Snowdon, where we are going to look at an incident that happened over this weekend. Well, there's a couple of incidents. One was like people taking dogs up in like 35-degree, well, whatever it was, 30-degree heat, which is kind of like tantamount to animal abuse. The other one was some charity walkers were booed. Um, Let me just move that a little bit. Were booed for not queuing for the summit. There are two things going on here. One is that we never queued for the summit of Snowdon before lockdown. During lockdown, when we were released uh, with social distancing, people naturally started to do it. There was nobody there forcing them to do it. That's just what they did. It used to just be a bum fight. People just used to go to the summit and sort of sit down in the immediate vicinity of the summit, and you just wait for like a break in the utter chaos. Um, However, the queuing has just seemed to stay around. But when you look into the detail of these people that were booed, they had come up the Watkin path, which comes up this way. I'll just zoom out so you can see. So there are several paths. The paths from that most people climb are from this side, which are the Clanberis path, which starts in Clanberis, Cribgoch, the Pig track, which is this one, the Miners track, which is this one, and even the Snowdon Ranger that comes up here, all come up this side of the mountain. These are often the shortest, easiest paths, so they are the most busy. So you get like more people coming up this side of the mountain. So if you ever want peace on Snowdon, just don't do anything this side on sort of like coming up the Clanberis path. And so often the queues down here, it's like at least 200-300 meters. Now, people coming up this side of the mountain aren't going to see the queue. What they're going to see is they come through this summit and they say, oh, the summit's here, and there's nobody on this side. Everybody is queuing to get up this side, and they've walked up this side. And so there is no queue the way they're coming. So they've just gone there. And then all of these people that are having to queue obviously booed them. But it's not a typical thing to, to queue on a summit, especially if the weather's bad. What used to happen is people just used to sit around near the summit so they'd walk up, you get hundreds of people sat around here. And then as soon as the queue died down, you went up. But it seems now everybody wants their like 5 minutes to take summit selfies, and it just leads to backlash. Whereas before, it's like you get up there, there'd be a couple of other people, and you could go, oh, could you take a picture of me, to the other person that was up there with you, and they take a picture, you take a picture of them, and then you get off. And so for me, this idea that you should queue, it's like, nobody's going to walk 300 meters past the summit to go back and doing an extra over half a kilometer just to get in a queue. I don't see that happening. Yeah, so I think it's a real good knee-jerk reaction to boo and to tell people they're being, antisocial for queue jumping. But in this situation, I don't think it's necessarily that obvious. So yeah.